Introduction. Infidelity among women is a deeply complex and often misunderstood topic. Why do women take lovers, deceive their spouses, or even leave their families? Behind each decision lies emotional hunger, personal transformation, revenge, and social pressures. This article explores 7 essential themes: emotional needs, self-realization, revenge, deception tactics, behavioral stereotypes, age-related changes, and leaving the marriage. Emotional hunger and lack of intimacy. Many women seek not sex but deep emotional connection. A lover becomes a source of tenderness, validation, and warmth, not merely a vessel of physical passion. When feelings lose their warmth, over time, a woman may feel emotionally abandoned in marriage. The daily absence of empathy or affection creates a void she longs to fill. Unheard words lead to distant hearts. When a husband stops truly listening or engaging in deep, meaningful conversation, a woman may feel not only invisible and unheard, but emotionally abandoned. The invisible wife syndrome. Being reduced solely to the roles of mother and caretaker can gradually erase her identity, leaving her emotionally empty and seeking validation elsewhere. Compliments lost in time. A single sincere compliment from another man, especially after years of silence at home, can reignite her self-worth and awaken emotions she thought long gone. The language of forgotten touch. When physical affection fades in a relationship, it slowly erodes a woman's sense of being loved, desired, and emotionally seen, driving her to seek it elsewhere. Romantic thirst as a hidden driver. A woman may not crave sexual encounters, but instead yearns for gestures of love, flowers, heartfelt poetry, long conversations, or meaningful walks together. Emotional anchor, not a replacement. The lover is rarely intended to replace the husband. Instead, he becomes an emotional refuge, a mirror of her lost identity, and a reminder of her personal value. Self-realization and the desire to feel attractive. Infidelity may be a way for a woman to prove to herself that she is still attractive, alive, emotionally vibrant, and worthy of love, desire, and attention. A mirror of youth. A lover can reflect back her lost vitality, offering reassurance that she remains attractive, vibrant, desired, and still capable of evoking deep passion. The forgotten beauty complex. When her spouse stops showing interest or no longer acknowledges her presence as a woman, she starts seeking new eyes that truly see her beyond her domestic roles. Exploring new roles outside motherhood. Taking a lover offers her a rare chance to express parts of herself that were long suppressed, beyond the rigid roles of mother, wife, or household caretaker. Awakening repressed sensuality. Infidelity can become a transformative stage where a woman rediscovers and reclaims her long-suppressed erotic self, often buried beneath years of duty and routine. Private challenge to her limits. Sometimes she simply wants to prove to herself that she can still attract, inspire desire, and seduce, reassuring herself she hasn't faded into routine. A new identity through the affair. Being someone's secret love gives her a deep sense of mystery, passion, and inner power, feelings long buried beneath years of routine, duty, and invisibility. Stepping out of her husband's shadow. Living with a dominant or famous husband can slowly erase a woman's sense of identity. A lover offers a world where she is seen, valued, and truly central again. Revenge and disappointment. An affair can serve as a silent and calculated form of revenge for past betrayals, long-term neglect, deep emotional wounds, or unspoken frustrations. Repaying betrayal with betrayal. If he cheated, she might view infidelity as her only way to balance the emotional injustice, reclaim her dignity, and regain control, even if regret follows. Ignored too long. Years of being emotionally dismissed and treated as invisible can build up deep resentment, eventually transforming into an act of personal rebellion and escape. When trust shatters. When faith in the relationship crumbles, a woman may begin to seek closeness elsewhere, not driven by lust, but by a deep emotional need to survive and feel seen. Body as an instrument of revenge. Sex with another man may serve as symbolic punishment, a message to her partner: if you no longer desire me, someone else still sees my worth and wants me. Unconscious revenge. Even when she insists she isn't acting out of revenge, Unresolved emotional wounds and long-suppressed pain can lead her into an affair unconsciously. Rebellion against societal expectations. After years of doing everything right as a wife and mother, she may reach a breaking point and rebel by crossing a forbidden line, such as having an affair. Silent rage turns to action. Unexpressed anger quietly builds up over time. Eventually, it finds a release, not through shouting or confrontation, but through subtle, decisive actions. Tactics of concealment and deception. Women often master subtle and sophisticated strategies, emotional, behavioral, and digital, to hide their affairs from partners and skillfully avoid suspicion. Sudden beauty transformation. She changes her appearance, buys stylish new clothes, starts wearing perfume again, explaining it as self-care, though deeper motives quietly drive her. Excessive kindness to her husband. To mask her growing guilt and maintain the illusion of normalcy, she may become overly attentive to her husband, compensating emotionally for her double life. Busy schedules and new obligations. Clubs, late meetings, and girls' nights may appear completely innocent and routine, yet they can also serve as perfect strategic camouflage for an affair. Blending truth with lies. She doesn't need to lie outright. By skillfully blending facts with subtle fictions, she constructs convincing alibis that are hard to question or detect. Turning blame around. If he starts to grow suspicious, she might turn the tables, accusing him of being distant, untrusting, or even paranoid to deflect attention from herself. Digital duality. She creates secret accounts, deletes incriminating messages, uses private browsing, and maintains an entire hidden digital life beyond her partner's reach. Feigning exhaustion and routine. By consistently acting exhausted, emotionally drained, or overwhelmed by daily life, she subtly signals her spouse to avoid questioning or looking any deeper. Behavioral and personality stereotypes. Many assumptions about cheating women are not only wrong but dangerously simplistic, ignoring the emotional depth and complexity behind their actions and choices. Only bad women cheat. Infidelity doesn't always reflect poor character. Many loving, kind, and devoted wives still stray emotionally or physically when they feel unseen or unloved. Good wives don't have affairs. Even devoted, responsible women, mothers, professionals, caregivers, can feel deeply emotionally neglected and quietly begin seeking solace elsewhere. Sexual dissatisfaction is the main reason. For many women, the emotional void they feel, lack of affection, attention, or connection, often outweighs physical dissatisfaction when they choose to cheat. Cheating is a deliberate decision. Affairs don't always stem from cold calculation. They can begin impulsively or unfold slowly over time, often rooted in deep emotional pain and unmet needs. She wants to leave her husband. Surprisingly, many women cheat without any intention of ending their marriage. They want to stay, rebuild connection, and feel emotionally seen and valued again. Only young women cheat. Infidelity often peaks during midlife crises, especially in the 40s and 50s, when identity questions, unmet needs, and emotional voids become more intense. Mistresses always have a plan. Most affairs are emotionally chaotic rather than carefully planned. Women often find themselves drawn in gradually, not through premeditated schemes. Age and infidelity, patterns across life stages. The motives and methods of cheating evolve significantly with age, ranging from youthful curiosity to midlife emotional crises and later life renewal. In her 20s, thirst for passion. Young women may cheat driven by thrill, novelty, or a need to rebel, often before forming a stable identity or fully understanding their emotional needs. In her 30s, crushed by responsibility. The daily grind of work, the endless demands of children, and the quiet mourning of abandoned dreams can leave her craving deeper emotional or sexual fulfillment. In her 40s, identity crisis. Questions like, "Who am I now?" often arise in midlife and drive many women to seek excitement, deeper meaning, emotional renewal, or validation of their worth. In her 50s, denial of aging. Infidelity becomes a coping mechanism for women grappling with fading beauty, declining self-worth, and the painful feeling of becoming invisible to society. In her 60s plus, new freedom, post-retirement and an empty nest bring unexpected time, emotional freedom, and reflection, sometimes awakening desires that lead to surprising affairs. Deception styles evolve. Younger women tend to take bold risks, while older women act with discretion. Each stage of life brings unique strategies and tools for keeping secrets. Emotional needs overtake physical ones. As women age, their longing to feel emotionally seen, deeply appreciated, and truly needed often becomes more powerful than any physical desire or attraction. When she leaves the marriage, affairs sometimes end in separation, not because of the lover, but because of a deeper emotional transformation that has quietly unfolded over time. The affair was just a symptom. It's not the relationship with the lover that makes her leave, but the long-standing emotional emptiness and unresolved dissatisfaction within the marriage itself. She rarely leaves impulsively. Unlike the stereotype, most women don't leave impulsively. They prepare for departure emotionally, financially, socially, and often over a long period of time. Leaving as liberation. Sometimes leaving is not an act of betrayal, but a powerful reclaiming of her own identity, inner peace, emotional safety, and the right to live fully. Children can be a motivator. Paradoxically, she may choose to leave the marriage not out of selfishness, but to create a more emotionally stable and healthy environment for her children. Judged but misunderstood. Society often harshly condemns her, labeling her a traitor or selfish, without truly understanding the deep emotional suffering that led to her painful decision. Divorce isn't always about the affair. Affairs can act as a powerful catalyst that accelerates the end of a marriage, but they are usually not the root cause behind the emotional and structural breakdown. A yearning to begin again. More than anything, she wants to feel alive, meaningful, desired, free, and in control, things long buried beneath years of routine, duty, and silence. Female infidelity is rarely about lust or sin. It often reflects unmet emotional needs, loneliness, identity loss, or a cry for connection and meaning. It reflects unspoken pain, unmet emotional needs, identity struggles, and age-related changes. From deception to rebellion, from silent tears to daring escapes, each story is layered and human. Understanding it requires compassion, not judgment, and deeper listening.
Hello everyone. I am very excited to share my new YouTube video with you, and I need your support to continue to bring quality and enriching content. If you enjoyed my content, please help me by like the video. It helps me reach more people and spread the message. Subscribe to the channel using the subscribe button below so you don't miss any new update or video. Press the bell to receive notifications every time I upload new content. And if you would like to support me directly and help me create more content, you are welcome to join me on Patreon. Your support is significant for me and allows me to continue investing in creating quality and enjoyable content for you. Thank you so much for joining and watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. See you in the next video.